I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how to start off this video because this is kind of like another tangent/rant video, but just bear with me for a second. And I'm sure a lot of you can agree that tipping in America has to be one of the biggest economic loopholes and just downright disgusting things I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, if you don't know, or maybe you know, you're part of like the 1 to 3% that aren't from America and don't know anything about it. Hi, first off, hi, welcome to the video. Second off, tipping in America is so bad. So let's just say you don't know what tipping is. Tipping is basically adding on an additional amount of money based on the certain job that they have or service that they provide. A server or waiter has a great attitude, is very likable, like honest, very polite. Maybe you give them a $5 tip on top of what they already make, is what you think would be the right thing to do. And actually, fun fact, in most other countries, it's actually a sign of disrespect to do stuff like that. Like, let's say you go to Japan, which I really want to do with my girlfriend, you aren't allowed to tip. They'll take it as a sign of disrespect, because the way to respect somebody and basically show that, hey, you did a great job, is to be polite to them, eat the food, and just be an overall great customer. That's it. That is it. You know what I mean? But here in America, I'm gonna be honest, this is a loophole. Like, this is a crazy loophole by a whole bunch of companies that use this, like, in a whole bunch of different industries to lessen the amount of money they have to spend on employees, which is insane. Now, if you don't, and you probably think, oh, what's minimum wage? Obviously, again, it depends on if you're in the United States. It depends on what state you're actually in. Of course, up here in East Coast, Massachusetts, of course, ours is $15 an hour. But again, it varies from state to state. Like I said, Massachusetts is $15 an hour from my understanding, unless I'm just brain dead as shit. But in California, it's actually just recently changed to $20 an hour. And of course, that depends on cost of living and stuff like that. Here's what I mean by a loophole. This was a study done of March of this year. It says, according to 𝗬𝗧𝗧𝗜𝗔, many minimum wage workers in other cities across the United States are entitled to receive as little as $2.13 hourly, so long as they make $5.12 or more from tips per hour. Because essentially they can be like, well, why am I gonna pay you, let's just use California example, why am I gonna pay you $20 an hour when you can make that possibly in one table for tips? That's their loophole. And I'm sorry, again, when I say this, I'm not over here saying like, oh, this is slavery, but like, let's just say you live in an area where generally tipping is bad, like the people there are just assholes. Even if you are the most kind person in the world, you will not get a tip. You won't. And again, you're gonna have days where you're just genuinely not there. You are not there in order to, be your happy, jolly self. You're going to have those days where you're pissed off, where you're annoyed, anything and everything, and it's going to affect that. Yes, there's one day you probably can make $100 in tips, depending on where you work. But then there's another day that you make $5 in tips. But it's just insane to me. And I've seen so many videos on TikTok talking about it. Why isn't this talked about even more? Like, how about instead of, paying your people as little as possible and giving them tips, how about we just pay everybody what we should? Where's the miscommunication? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. Like, this is insane. And to go even further on that, there are 18 states that follow this structure, which is the national law. 𝗬𝗧𝗧𝗜𝗔 notes, including Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming, among others. In other states, the minimum wage varies widely. So we don't even fucking know. We don't even know. And there's some other stuff. Like it says right here, in Washington State, for example, minimum wage workers can earn $16.28 per hour before tips, while in California, it's $16. In New Jersey, however, employers can hand out cash wages as little as $5.26 before hour. That's insane. The range for a restaurant worker, which, waiter or waitress, whatever, can range from as low as $28,000 to $68,000. I'm gonna repeat that again. $28,000 to $68,000. Like, this is insane. I don't know if you've been seeing, but I'm pretty sure it actually did go away. But for a while, there was even tips at self-checkout areas in Walmart. Yeah, you doing the work yourself requires that you give Big Daddy Walmart a tip. I'm not shitting you. We'll put up a screenshot on screen. I'm not kidding. If, of course, we can find one. But this has gotten so out of hand. My dad's side of the family came from Africa. So when they first got here, I remember my dad telling me this. When they first got here and they learned about the whole tipping, propaganda, I guess you could say, they were taken back, because tipping is supposed to be a nice gesture. You know, again, it doesn't happen outside of the U.S. It only really happens inside the U.S. But it's a nice little gesture like, hey, you've been doing a great job. You did a great job. Here's a little extra cash. That's it. Not this not this fucking loophole that you can use against fucking people who are trying to get a job. Like, that's ridiculous. that pisses me off, honestly. Because, like, but also here's, and this might be even a hot take, I empathize or sympathize with you in the fact that, yeah, that's fucked up. It shouldn't be this way. But on the same fucking foot, why are you taking that job anyways? Yes, I know there's circumstances where you need to take a job and wherever you just have to take whatever you have available for you. I understand that. But let's say you have 3 options of working in, barring you don't like working in retail or fast food or anything like that. Let's just say you just need a job. You don't care what it is. You have a fast food worker like you're flipping burgers. Retail like you're working in, I don't know, like TJ Maxx, Macy's, for anybody that's in the US. I actually don't know if that's outside the US. Let me know down in the comment section below. But you have somebody that's flipping burgers, somebody that's doing stuff in retail with like clothes, and then a waiter or waitress. Why are you choosing the waiter or waitress job when you know that your job solely based on you being always your jolly good self, so you can make tips to make ends meet? Because if you don't get a good tip, you can't pay your bills. That's just the realization of it. So I don't know, like, and again, I don't think this will ever change. I'll be very, 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 very shocked if this somehow changed, because I mean, let's be honest, all these big companies are like, oh, we love this is great, because they can use that money that they use on you to just put back in their company. Which, I mean, like, I hear all the time where they'll be like, go get that bag, sis. Why are we saying go get that bag, big companies? You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it. I'm not saying I do agree. I'm just trying to meet the double standards. You know, I'm just trying to show you it. But, like, it really pisses me off. It really does, because I see a lot of the time, like, I'll just go up, like, if I'm at Starbucks and like the barista, I think that's what their name is. I don't know. But let's say the person making my drink actually makes it good. Yeah, I'll throw in a tip. But how am I going to throw you a tip before you even start making the drink? So is that incentivizing me to give you a good tip so that you can make my drink properly and not mess it up or spit in it or something like that? Because that's, like, kind of fucked up. Like, for example, what I do, like, for DoorDash, where we live, it's kind of weird because it's, like, off to, like, a side, like, it's an apartment complex, but then, like, there's, like, an alley that you have to go down, like, where the first, it's really weird. And so we give it, like, a really big detail, like, both me and my girlfriend, we only use my phone because I have Dash Pass, but every time we order, we give a detail. Obviously, we have the detail of where to go. Very detailed. I'll be honest, I will give a $1 tip to start off. Hear me out. I give them a $1 tip to start off. And if they can get the food to me, like to our door, they can get to the general vicinity most of the time, which, I mean, it's not that hard. And it's not like our directions or description is like really bad. It's like really fucking detailed. And some of them are just brain dead, I'll be honest. Or they just are in a different language. But anyways, I give them a $1 tip, and if they can get to the door, I add, based on, you know, how fast and stuff like that, I'll add an additional tip. Sometimes I feel like, again, this is a rant, like, this is going to be a hot take. Sometimes, like let's say, because, like, the standard for tipping nowadays is 20%. That's, like, the normal. That's the usual. If you give anything less than 20%, the waiters and waitresses will literally look at you sideways like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? If the subtotal of your receipt of your whole, like, dinner is $100, 20%, you're paying $20. So you're spending $120. That's if you go with 20%. Let's just say they were an asshole and you want to give them 10%. Still 10 bills. You're still paying $110. It's insane. It's actually insane. Like, again, this is a loophole, so I can't even say how is this legal, because it's a loophole. Because it's basically be like, well, we can't, if we give you, you know, minimum wage, like, again, let's say $20 in California, and you make $100 in tips, you're chilling for that day. And you clock out, you're chilling. Like, you're actually just chilling. It's ridiculous. Like, again, if you work an 8-hour shift, that's $160 before tax. Obviously, everything's taxed at the end. That's $160, not including tips. So if people were making the minimum wage that they're supposed to, plus the tips, you would see a lot of people wanting to flock to be waiters and waitresses, especially if they get that big fucking moolah right there. But I don't know, this was just a rant, because this has been on my mind for a while, but I didn't know how to make a video about this. And let me know what you guys think about rants / you know, discussion videos like this. And also let me know what you guys think about tipping culture in general, because I think I don't even think. I know it's a scam. It's a fucking scam. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe.
What did he say?
Don't forget to subscribe. don't forget to comment. Really does mean a lot. It really does. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, and it would really mean a lot. That's been my goal for so long. Honestly, I've been on and off with YouTube for obviously I've been very consistent recently, but I was on and off for a while because I didn't really know what my identity was and all this, you know. And now I feel like I found a niche that I like doing, and I'm gonna, you know, take it and run with it, you know what I mean? But it would mean a lot to me. And also, if you made it to the end of this video, also kudos to you, shout out to you. But also, I'm going to be doing a giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Your boy is obviously partnered by 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗔𝗟, and I will be doing a giveaway for a free tub of your choice. So, I mean, if we get to 1K soon, that'd be lit. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, good, don't do drugs. Bye. Bye, guys.